I always appear to have a beer in my hand during these things. Mostly because I do. All right, are we ready for our SSA? So this is Scott service announcement, which we of course call SSAs. I don't know what number this is because we don't keep track of those numbers. But it is January. And I had a couple of thoughts I wanted to share with the folks at home, namely my clients. And the primary thought was that nothing's changed dramatically over the last few months, and in so much that we're not going to do a lot of in-person meetings. I don't think most people are comfortable doing in-person meetings right now. And I want to make a couple of points there. One is we hope by second quarter that we are meeting with people in person, because I certainly miss that, and I think that's a more productive way to meet with folks. So I don't mind the phone, and I certainly don't mind Zoom, although that's kind of awkward and weird sometimes. But in person is really where we make the most hay. So I look forward to maybe second quarter for everybody on that. But some kind of cool news have been is that we're redoing the physical space in our office. So we've taken this opportunity when folks aren't coming in. We've taken this opportunity to destroy the office first physically and rebuild some structure. So when you come in, hopefully in March or April, we may still be destroyed. But my office will be done with new monitors. We have a new situation where I think clients are going to be able to better envision their plans and how they, not only their plan, but their planning, their benchmarks, their scores, and their returns, and how that all comes together in one visual presentation. We've really worked hard on this because I have found over the years that it's difficult sometimes for clients to understand a concept when you're pulling something up and putting something else, taking something down and putting something else up. They lose sight of what they saw the first minute, the first thing that we put up. So anyway, long story short, we are adding tremendous technology and visuals. We've added an entire, what I call the possum cage, because we call our CFA and our top planner the possums. And you spell that P-A-W-E-S-O-M-E, by the way. And I have built them a cage, which is, you'll see when you come in, is full of monitors and all kinds of technical gobbledygook that half of us don't understand. But it is a cool thing, and it's really neat to see those guys do what they do day in and day out when it comes to planning and managing money. There's a third stage to our physical rebuild, which is top secret, but is hopefully going to be done by summertime. So if you do come in and we have a little bit of dust, I apologize for that. But I honestly cannot wait to start seeing everybody in person. I'm excited about that, and I think the last year, being as tumultuous as it has been, has had some benefits. And those benefits are, I think people are looking at their situation. They're looking at their planning. They're looking at a lot of things they didn't have time to stop and look at because they were stuck at home now. And we can review those things, and we can revisit and maybe rebuild or at least tweak some plans that maybe are getting a little bit stale in terms of, what are our goals, what are our desires in the years ahead. So to summarize that really long dissertation about what's fixing to happen, what's fixing to happen is I hope next quarter we get to see some folks in the office. What's fixing to happen or is happening is that the office has been kind of torn up in favor of a new look, some new technology, some new abilities, and I think a nicer update to the office. And I look forward to seeing everybody there. And then I was supposed to add, yes, Ash, the Facebook, that if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm not a huge personal Facebook guy because, well, I'm afraid of it, but our Facebook page, I think, has a lot of our content, so if you, going forward, if you want to see my content, you want to see podcasts, if you're a glutton for punishment and you want to hear me keep talking, you can do that at the unofficial Scott Brown Facebook page, yes. And of course on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn quite a bit. But the unofficial Scott Brown is a great place for clients to go see podcasts and content. So with that, we'll see you. We'll talk to you in the first quarter, of course, because we got taxes coming up, and we will have a tax expert on next month to talk about that. But we'll definitely start seeing you, I hope, vaccine willing, in the second quarter.